Yesterday, the Idaho murderer who killed college students Madison Mogen, Kaylee Goncalves, Anna Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin was confronted in court by the victim's family and friends. Take a look.
I had to sleep in my mom's bed because I was too terrified to close my eyes. Terrified that if I blinked, someone might be there. People call me strong. They say I'm a survivor, but they don't see what my new reality looks like. They don't see the panic attacks, the hypervigilance, the exhaustion.
Today, you've lost control. You're not worth the time, the effort to be remembered. In time, you will be nothing but two initials forgotten to the wind.
Lurking in the shadows made you feel powerful because no one ever paid you any attention in the light. If you hadn't attacked them in their sleep, in the middle of the night, like a pedophile, Kaylee would have kicked your ass.
I will not attempt to speak about him further, other than to simply sentence him so that he is forever removed from civilized society.
He received 4 life sentences plus 10 years. I'm supposed to ask you, was justice served here? And would you want to confront him in a courtroom like this? I'm not sure that that question is formed correctly.
Yeah, no, because, part of the process at a sentencing is that the victims' families do get to make what we call a victim statement. And I like to call it a survivor statement. Mm-hmm. And I think it's very important for them to be able to do that. But is justice served? How is justice really served when you've lost your friend and your daughter and your loved one and your sister? I don't know what justice looks like in that situation. It looks different from everyone to everyone. But what I will say is, I think what's a problem here is he didn't speak. The murderer didn't speak at the sentencing. And so they don't know why he did this. And I have found in my career that for family members and loved ones, they really need that. They need to know, why did you do this?
Or
and
do
they can't seem to
they
make.
Need to know?
I think they really I've spoken to hundreds of victims and survivors, and they wonder. Especially think about the roommate that was there and survived it. That type of survivor guilt. Why me? Why did I survive? Why did he do this? Why did he do this to my friend? Those are really difficult things to unpack.
I don't think I could. I don't think, because what I would want, of course, and it's the one thing you can't get, is the person back.
Yeah.
So why you did it would not matter to me. Yeah. Just the fact that you did it and they got you. But some people are saying, would it have been better if he had not made the deal to stay out of the death sentence?
To avoid death penalty.
Yes.
I thought, oh, go ahead. No, you go ahead. I just thought it was beyond powerful. I know this is common in courts, but to see them all mashed up and just how direct, and one of the fathers turned the podium so he was directly looking at the killer. And we live in this moment where I think people who commit horrible crimes, their names become infamous. We remember their names so often and not the victims. So the way that the survivors addressed him and the family members, but then also the judge, to say, this is the last time we're mentioning your name, you're going to be forgotten by history. That is what he deserves. I think multiple life sentences is the closest to justice you're going to get with a man like this. I'm someone who does support the death penalty, but I was comfortable with this sentence. I think he's not going to walk free anytime.
If I was a parent, I would want him off the planet, frankly.
No, I would want him to live every single day. I think dying or killing, like people who commit suicide, like a Jeffrey Epstein, people that experience the death, that's the easy way out. This man is going to one of the toughest and
most awful prisons in this country. That's exactly what you read when you look into it. He will be confined due to the high, most likely, I don't know this, but he will, due to his high risk, he will most likely be in isolation. When he has visits, they will be overseen and through glass. He will not be touched again. He will not have certain media. This is not a man that he will get his meals through a tin door for the rest of his life. No chance for parole. Let him sit with that. And by the way, Sonny, when you talk about the why, I've heard that question so much from the families. I don't know if with how disturbingly far off of normalcy he's gone, if he could put into words why. What I wished he had done is said just whether he meant it or not, I'm sorry. Because I think the problem is
psychotic.
He is a psychotic and a psychopath and all the other words. And the sister Olivia Goncalves laid into him like no other. I would encourage people to watch that statement.
But he's also getting 3 meals a day, and my tax money is going to
and guess what?
this.
He lives in his own psychotic head
Yeah,
every
that
day. The only company he has is himself, and he doesn't look like good company.
I tend to agree that oftentimes is a harder punishment. I support the death penalty in the case of mass murder and terrorism because I see it as a deterrent, so people won't try to do that in the future. And I guess this is multiple murders, but this is a man who's going to have to live with it. He's going to have to replay the horrific things that he did.
You
and I think
all
it's
are
a real,
talking about this
right?
piece
Like
of
he's going
dog
to
mess,
process
like
it.
he's like he is a normal human being.
He's not.
Yeah.
He is not a normal.
But he's
so
off the street,
This
so that's
idea,
good.
he did, and the idea that we place him still in our human thinking, that he's going to feel remorse or he's going to know it plagues me because I go back and forth. I feel like you, Joy. Yeah. If you took my family away, I would not want you breathing. But then the other part of me says, well, you have to wait and see if there's any rehabilitation in there. And then, because, the thing that popped up for me is I'm thinking, okay, so the Menendez brothers got many, many, many years for the murder of their parents. And time has come around and people are saying, well, we should listen to what they have to say. And I'm thinking to myself, well, wait a minute, 10, 15 years ago, you said not to do that. I mean, so it's very hard.
And that's because I think with Menendez, people now know a little bit more about the why.
And the
in
evidence
this case,
was there that wasn't addressed in the court.
In this case, we don't know anything about the why. And one thing I'll add, and it's a little bit macabre, is there really is a difference between shooting someone and using a knife as a weapon. Because that is a very intimate crime. That is a crime that you're in close proximity to the person. And that, again, makes survivors suffer even more, the modality of murder.
To your point, Whoopi, years to come, they'll say he's psychotic, he needs rehab, he should go into a psychiatric institute, and he won't be in the situation that you described.
I don't think so. The sentence should stand.
What he just said, though, we're pretending he's going to be in his head and thinking about empathy and guilt. I don't think he will. But the reason solitary confinement is used as a torture device is the decline mentally of someone left on their own. We are social
How much
beasts.
less can he decline?
Until he's a wrinkly little raisin in the corner.
I don't know that we know.
And we don't use torture.
No, I'm not. I'm saying in life, in the world, it's been used.
I'm teasing you.
Yeah.